sit back, give me 5 minutes as I take you through an exclusive series of satellite images which will show you the kind of military build-up India is dealing with. India Today's open source intelligence desk has painstakingly put together these satellite images which show you the exact nature of the build-up. So you'll have to bear with me and follow every detail to be able to make sense of this story. Join me as I take you on the line of actual control. This red line marks the line of actual control. This is the now familiar patrol point 14, where the clash between the Indian and the Chinese armies took place. The blue line that you see is the Galwan River along the Galwan Nala. The satellite images that you're now about to see for the first time on India Today are from this area, which, as the crow flies, is about 40 kilometers from the flashpoint. So this is well in depth on the Chinese side, but this is in the Galwan Nala, which so far the Chinese hadn't deployed permanent troops in. There is a path over there, and they've built that path over time, and I'll show you in stunning detail what's happening in this area. So this is overall context for you to be able to understand. So this is where the flashpoint was, the confrontation site. So we've got satellite images from this area, and these satellite pictures actually go back 10 years. These satellite pictures go back 10 years. So I'll first show you a picture from 2010, then 2015, and then 2020 to show you what the Chinese have actually done. This is the line of actual control marked out in red for your context. So here it is. I'll give you a moment to process this picture. I want our producers to zoom in as much as they can. So just spend some time soaking what's on your screen right now. What you see in the middle here is the Galwan River. You saw it in that long shot. This is the Galwan Nala. This image is from the year 2010. And in this image, you see that there are no roads, there are no tracks, there is no deployment anywhere in sight in this satellite picture, which goes back to the year 2010. In this image, look out for this area which we've marked out in red in this rectangular box. This is the area where I'll show you pictures from 2020, where you will suddenly see a military headquarters, an ops room, air defense, all of it caught on satellite imaging. So this is the area where we'll zoom into even further. I wanted to give you a broad sense of what this area looked like in 2010, which, as you can see, is completely barren. There is absolutely nothing there. You don't even see roads, there are no tracks and no deployment. So that's the context for what this area looked like in years gone by. So let's jump 5 years now, and remember, these kind of maps, this kind of detailing, you will not see anywhere else on any other Indian or even international channel. So let's now go to the third map. Here it is. This now is from 2015, and again, spend some time processing what you're seeing, because every single detail when you're looking at a satellite map is very, very, very crucial. So from 2015, you can see now very clearly there is what is called a dirt track or a kacha rasta that they've built. Here, this line, if you see, is the Galwan River. So along the river, they've now got a dirt track going. This is from 2015, and they've built some kind of structures which are like huts, which are very, very few. So you can just see one major structure and some small structures flanking it. This now is from 2015, where still, apart from that one road that they've got going forward, there isn't any military build-up at all. And why satellite imagery is so crucial is because what you will see next is just stunning, because there is no scope for spin, no scope for denial, no talk about how China actually isn't doing much of a build-up or that their intent isn't dangerous, because in the next image that I will show you, you will see the kind of military build-up that China has actually executed. I want to show you that not just is there a road which goes further to the flashpoint between the Indian and the Chinese armies, they've also built kacha rastas going from here to hot springs, which we will be dealing with as the hours go by. We've got some satellite images from there as well, but we're processing them, so give us some time, we'll get there in a day. So this is 2015. You've had a chance to look at this image, one road and one structure, but nothing else, no military buildup. Okay, here it is now. This is from 2020. This is taken from Hawkeye. Hawkeye is a global satellite imagery company. And now in this image, you can see this is the exact same spot. Why it is crucial is we're giving you context over the years, and now in this 2020 satellite image, you can see, and I'll zoom in even further. This is just the broad shot. You can see some self-propelled artillery, command posts, armored personnel carriers and trucks. It's looking a bit hazy because I'm going to dive deeper. I'm going to dive deeper so that you can see each of these structures. But broadly, what you can see even in this map is a massive build-up. Now I'll show you what that build-up is, but you can see a massive build-up here in any case. Okay, so here is the next map, which is one of those three. So if you see, we've marked out three areas here. This is the main area where there are air defense positions and massive build-up here. This is one build-up, one build-up. So I'm now going to split this into three parts and take you part by part. We'll start with the part on the left. So here it is. Here you see tents, and this is where our producers and camera people really need to get in tight. Get in tighter, get in tighter. Okay, so if you see this, these are tents, equipment. There is some kind of a karpal, a camonette, and they've got military equipment under it. These are water channels, so they've built some small water bodies where they are storing water, and water is quite easy to access because it comes from the Galwan River. So there's very easily water available. You can see it roughly in blue. So this is where the water is coming from, and you've got here dirt track. So earlier there was just one track, now you already see two tracks just in this area. So we see water channels, we see PLA roads, we see some tentage equipment that can be seen in just this first frame. Let me come to the next one, and this is actually most crucial of the entire timeline that I put out tonight. This is far and away the most significant, so let's just spend some time on it. I'll allow you to process this because this is where things get very, very crystal clear. I'll start with this part. Now remember, you're looking at it from the sky. The satellite image is your eye in the sky. You can see here vehicles, you can see tents, you can see some equipment lined up in precise military fashion. Vehicles, tents, equipment in this circle here. This in the corner, if we just tilt up, yeah, this in the corner is the bridge. So here is the bridge. You can see the water body below it. This bridge helps them cross. This semicircular part, just move the camera. Yeah, this ovular part is their main operations room, the storage room, and you can see the structures laid out in the manner that they have. This is the tent, this is the operations room, the storage room, very clearly marked out here. And to ensure that if there is some kind of a military escalation, they actually have the weapon systems to be able to defend this deployment. They have a full air defense command area here. So you can see this is what is called the air defense command post. Here, lined out in precise military fashion, are 8 air defense guns. So you can see air defense guns basically means that if there is going to be an aerial assault, to be able to counter that aerial assault, you've got, looking into the sky, these air defense guns with which you hope to neutralize the aerial attack. So you've seen here vehicles, tents, equipments, operations room, the storage room, air defense command post, air defense guns, marked out very, very clearly. And how we're quite certain that these images are what we're telling you they are is because we worked with military satellite experts who've spent a lifetime actually looking at such images, plotting for a professional military what each of those images are. So we're pretty certain that they've marked it out correctly, and that's why it took so much time to analyze and process these satellite images for our viewers. Okay, so I showed you prefabricated huts here. Remember, these were the prefabricated Chinese huts that were marked out in this corner. I can give you a reference visual for what typically a prefabricated Chinese army tent looks like. So this is what that prefabricated hut actually looks like when you get closer. So not just that, we also have a shot where we can take you into that prefabricated hut, and this is a Chinese army soldier in that prefabricated hut that you just saw. Now if I zoom out just for a bit, I show you that they have multiple roads. There's one track here, there's one track here, there's one track here. So they now have different tracks that are heading towards the Galwan flashpoint, which you've been seeing on India Today. And here you've got tentage and equipment that's laid out in this entire area. So this is just one area that we picked where we showed you the kind of military deployment that the Chinese army has now done.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kanwal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.